All right, cool. So this week right here, we got the U Chef daily supply zone. You see price is about to probably react to this level here. I want to see price come down to this 1 hour gap, right? You can see it's a daily gap as well here, right? So essentially I want to see something like this. I want to see price come pull back into this level right here, play around, you know what I'm saying? Maybe pump a little bit more. Or it can potentially come down to this imbalance right here. I don't want to see it come no lower than this, but if it does, who cares, right? I'm just gonna play reactive. We might be able to get a couple scout moves here, right? And then maybe if it comes down and potentially cleans this imbalance, we might get that high. So I'm thinking maybe come here, and then we could do the play by play here. Maybe like Monday, Tuesday we'll see those pullbacks, and then Wednesday, Thursday we might potentially see price take off, right? Um, Same thing for this dollar index, right? Whatever the dollar index does, I know that 30 Nas and all those other things are going to do the total opposite, right? So I want to see that anyways because if you go here, right? So we go let's look at the counterparts, right? So there's gaps, right? So we could really dead play the gaps, right? So all right, boom, right? Drop to that daily. You can see everything's on a daily what? Everything's on some type of daily demand, right? You can see prices on some type of daily demand. So what does that mean? That means that price could potentially from these levels react to those buys. That's kind of what I want to see, anyways. All right, let me unlock this, right? And I could definitely go something like this, right? So you can see that gap. I want to see price. Right. All right, price could pull back to this level right here and then dump, right? I want to definitely see price do something like that. I want to see price come back to these levels here. Obviously, the gap is where at my fib levels, then come down like this, right? So right now, like I said, for these first couple of days, I want to see, you know, price buy up in these levels right here, right? So, so I definitely want to see these levels react. I'm definitely gonna be paying attention. I think London they're probably gonna retrace potentially, or it could continue to go down. But I like these levels here, right? Daily zones, right? We got a little zone right here, right? I like that body of the candlestick right there. I want to see price react. So buys to sells for sure. Buys to sells, buys to sells. We also got, if you look at this daily, this very strong levels of SMT, right? So you got your displacement and then you got SMT right after the displacement on a daily. So all this tells you is that, you know, price is definitely going to come down long term. This tariff stuff and all this other extra shit, I think it's just a reason to, cover up a potential recession. It could be a recession. We could be in a recession right now. This could be the beginning of the recession, to be honest with you, right? Which essentially means that the dollar is going to increase crazy, and they're going to pull from the stock markets, right? Um, so yeah, it makes sense. They're trying to cover things up. That's what it seems like they're trying to cover shit up, but I don't know. Um, I'm just we was calling these tops for a minute, so we got SMT strong, SMT strong, SMT here. So yeah, last week we already called the shorts was gonna be here, so it was already showing because the markets have not been moving at all. Facts, facts. So yeah, I honestly I never even heard of tariffs until this year, but I'm still a baby in this shit. But obviously, so essentially, what the tariffs is basically making the dollar strong, where they try to. I guess it seems like they're trying to push other countries out, right? That's what it seemed like they're trying to do. Make the dollar strong again, push other countries out. But this is also going to affect the average American, right? And so like the average American is going to really be hurting. But if you're rich, you have certain type of you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Advantages, especially if they take they take away what do you call it? Um income tax and all this other extra. So Trump is doing a lot of things. He's only been in office for like 8 days, like 10 days. He's doing a lot. But at the end of the day, regardless of what he does, I don't care. I just want to make money. Like whatever he does, like whatever he does is going to affect the markets, and I want to be able to catch that bag. Point blank. Period. So Friday we called out these shorts on SPX as well. It wicked us out. I held mines and called that bag. I got out early, but you can see the gap is crazy. So Monday I want to see this pullback. Monday I want to see these pull back into the level, and I want to see it pull back down. Um, Same thing with the DXY, and also you know CAD probably could do the same thing too. As you can see, we had buys on this CAD as well. You can see it went catastrophic. Like I think it was like north of 100 pips. So we already had this. You can see it superseded TP3 like crazy. But all of this has to come back down just to clean that gap. Like it has to. Like it's the inevitable. Keep it a buck with you. What I want to see is I want to see price, pull back into these zones. So remember this, right? If price pulls back in here, we know that price is going to either go back up or come back down. But we want to see these gaps filled. But regardless if these gaps get filled, we know that 30, right? 30 is gonna pump. So see this gap right here? It has to come down. That means that 30 has to come back up, right? So what I like to see is I like to see certain levels, for example, here, beautiful, right? It's in a point of interest. That's how I like to trade. I like to trade in these points of interest, right? People think that order blocks are really more powerful than fair value gaps. It's not. It's furthest from the truth. There's a fair value gap all the way down here. So I know for a fact that this potentially, right? And when I say facts, I'm always talking probabilities, right? There's a stronger probability of price coming cleaning this low, cleaning this gap, and then coming down to this level here, right? And then we see what's shaped prior to that. Even if I wanted to put like a fib there, just to get an idea of what's going on. Boom. Right? You can see that 618 level is definitely aligned with the fair value gap hasn't been cleaned, right? Simple, price seeks liquidity and imbalance. That's it. That's how the market algorithm works, and that's just how it is, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now. Is it so any area of demand, which it is right now, right? I might want to see price clean this low first, right? So I'll probably look for buys tomorrow, right? That's what I would probably look for to keep it a buck with you. Right? I would want to see buys here. It's a lot of money to be made around this time, man. What a beautiful, and I always say it, what a beautiful time to know how to trade, respectfully. Like, sucks for anybody who really quit because the bag is here. Not gonna lie. So I want to see, price cleanness and then see some type of structure, and then we take those buys right back up. I'm sorry, structure up to these cleans right here, and then price might pull back down, come right into this level right here, and then buy back up. So I can see something like that happening. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I would want to see our structure, right? Maybe 5 minute structure as well. So London might go crazy. If SPX breaks below 58587, selling from there, way too high. Nothing's happening. Yeah, I agree. If it breaks below that 5817, 58 breaks below 50, 5817, 58, 58. Yeah, I can see that. And respectfully, I can honestly see that happening. Um, we got to see what happens here. Like I'm looking for buys. I'm looking for buys in this area, buys to sell, and then once it hit these levels here, I'm looking for it to sell all the way back down here. Because if you look right, there's a 4 hour. Oh shit, there's a 4 hour market structure right here. Look, bing, bing, breaking structure, pulls back, drop, dumps. We've been seeing that, right? And this is only TP1, so TP2, TP3. So we got a 4 hour chart right here, right? So 4 hour charts might take a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days, but we know how these 4 hours move. Like it takes longer than to hit these targets. But remember, this is probably going to happen in the week. So like, oh, thank you. In regards to like so in regards to like AMD, you can see right. What's this? This is week one, right? Week one of April. Week one of February. Week two. Week three. Week four of February. So this could be accumulation. Mind you, this could happen all week, right? It could be like you know, some type of accumulation at this level, right? Then week two, we get that manipulation to the buy side, right? And then week three, we get that distribution. And then week four, it can either be continuation or it's gonna dump, you know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I just wanted to do those two. Let's look at Bitcoin and so um Bitcoin and ETH hit that 297. I called that out a minute ago, right? I called that January, I think, because the daily had that. Let's see, this is ETH. What did I call it? Can't really call it. I'm trying to remember when I called that shit. Uh, I can't find it. It's somewhere in here, but I think I said 24, and it definitely hit 2400 for sure. Right here. Look when I called Eve 24. Look what I said Eve 2400, 1219. Crazy. And how did you know that, Charlie? Well, structure. So it kind of told you here on the daily where it wanted to go, right? This daily right here. See that? That daily chart breakthrough? See, daily. And how long did that take? That's the most important thing is to give you an idea of how long these type of moves take. 24. Cleaned that low. 2400. You know what I'm saying? So we just let you know 43 days. It took 43 days for that shit to hit. But at the end of the day, now if you look, if you look at, just structure, like, you know, this is 4 hour structure here. Look, structure, pure momentum, pullback. Like TP1 didn't even get hit from this 4 hour structure. So, it's probably gonna take days. It's gonna take a couple of days. Like, but this is clean fucking structure. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this one. This is the 4 hour, this is the daily, right? And if I just put these structures here, look, and all I'm doing is doing it from a higher time frames, right? So let's see if I do this. Bing, look. So how did you know? Well, I don't know. I'm just seeing what structure was the structure was telling me. I'm looking at everything objectively. Anytime I ever make an analysis, it's never based off of my feelings. It's never based off of how I feel. It's just based off of, yo, this is what the market is showing me. You know what I'm saying? And this was the 19th. So you can see right here, anytime you ever want to kind of identify certain things, You can always just look to the left, to the right, and you can see that structure. Like you can see, look, boom, right? So I'm off this. I don't know. I already have my idea of what I want to look at already. So, and you can see right here, look, SMT is the strongest fucking signal ever. Since I started using that shit, I started blinking like crazy. Plus other things too, but this really helped my strategy. Adding that to my strategy. But look, one high is getting clean, one high isn't. Right, one's making lower lows. You can see they're still entering what? They're still entering supply zones. Look, supply zone, right? Supply zone. Feel me? Still leaving structure, so I might pull back to dump again, right? Um, Shit like that, yo. Now, if you look right here, this is giving you what? More SMT. But the most important thing is if this is giving me SMT, right? The most important thing I'm thinking is what structure is it on? That's all I care about. What structure is it on? If it's not on a monthly, I don't really care about it. You get me? So it's our liquidity, clean, right? No structure. It's not really on a structure for me personally. Like this would be like the last structure I would be looking at. Double top, price is still rejecting some higher time frame, and you knew price was wanting to come down because look at all this liquidity right here. This is yo, price come down here, break this level here. This is a washout. This is a washout. And at the end of the day, this kind of follows um this kind of follows the stock if you haven't noticed. All right, so let's look at gold and silver. See if gold and silver will have the same effect, right? We can look at the monthly. Oh, look at that strong level of confluence right there. S&T on the monthly, right? So these things I'm definitely paying attention to. Gold and silver wants to take you for a ride. So I think everything's gonna come down, clean everybody up, right? You can see this. I know it's kind of overzealous to say, hey, price gold could come back down to 21,000, even though I don't see that happening because other countries, invest in gold. And then you got the bricks and all that other extra shit. So, I don't see that, but this is very alarming being that this is on the monthly. Very alarming. Something significant has to happen in the market for that to happen, to be honest. Like, China owns a lot of gold. So let's say if China wants to sell off a lot of gold, that could potentially, bring gold into a frenzy and all that. Shit like that, right? Let's see this week. Right? Price is hitting these levels here. I see buys first, right? Prices entering daily demand levels, right? So I will wait for some type of action here, right? Drop down to the hour. This week is gonna be shaking. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be a crazy week. I can already tell. It's gonna be an OD crazy week. I bet you. I said this shit last week. I said last week was gonna be crazy. Wasn't that shit wild? That shit was definitely wild. This week is gonna be just as crazy. And you already know because look how Sunday started. And Sunday last week, Monday, the market dropped 1,000 points. And then the next day it went back up 1,000 points. So you know what's going on. Like they flushing niggas out, man. They don't even want niggas in the market. They cleaning people up. They scaring people. Only the strong gonna survive in these times. Strong heart, strong willed, strong minded. The ones who can persevere through the shakeouts, the losses, stop losses. It could be sturdy in all aspects of life, point blank, period. Because even if yeah, even if you look at the moon is closer, the stars, the planets are aligned, and all this other extra shit. A lot of shit is going on spiritually. Um, a lot of shit is going on, like just in the environment. The markets is having an effect on that. The moon, everything. If you even look it up, like we knew this was gonna happen once Trump get into office, anyways. Like we're all connected. Like all this shit is connected. So planes getting crashed into. Like it's just mad wild shit going on, fam. But it's just how well you can focus and not let the small shit fuck with you. So honestly, I'm looking for London. London should give you more. London should definitely give you more information. It's not a lot of information today, but even EU, GU, I was looking at that. Right, I was looking for buys on these levels here. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for markets to come right back up, clean those highs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting. London, we still in Asian. Asian stops at 12 o'clock. Then London starts. London starts at 12, so we'll get that true day open off of 12 a.m. And then London's going to probably reverse 9 out of 10. London's going to probably um, sell off. New York might probably buy up, but New York I'll probably be up early for New York because I know New York is probably going to go crazy. So we'll see what's up. It's going to be a very, very interesting week, man. Very interesting. You can see how I marked this up early last week for you guys. For those who are in the premium, they caught this move. We caught this out Friday. The same move that happened. Right, you got that 4 hour order block, simple. Got the structure here. Right, gave us displacement. Price pulls back. Price dumps. Right, price pull back into some type of zone here. Price pull back into this higher time frame zone, as you can see, giving us that that liquidity sweep before the dump, right? You can see price coming through, liquidity sweep. Price gives us a displacement, comes right back into what fair value gap, right? I had all of this shit marked up, but that is what it is. But you can see, look, price came right back into the order block, and then Sunday open, bing. So yeah, it's gonna be a doozy. I ain't lying. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. This shit is going. I see this coming up too. EJ, GJ. I want to see these buys. I want to see structure. Before we even look to buy anything. What structure is this? High time frame structure, 4 hour structure. So I want to drop down to the 15. Wait for structure. Price already in that structure here. Let's see what's up. Yeah, I'm off this. If you want to watch this, I'm gonna send this to my um I'm gonna send it to